Lakeview Productions welcomes you to the following presentation of Central Mass Lightning Softball.
Just a few miles outside of Providence, Rhode Island, the state capital of Rhode Island. That's where you find us today, here in Warwick. It's the Central Mass Lightning face-off against the Rhode Island Bombers. Just a few minutes away, just a few throws away. That's where you find TF Green International Airport. You might hear some loud cries from the planes as they make their way across today. We come at you from the first base line. I'm Cameron Simpson. It's great to be with you on another tournament weekend. We have a lot to get to today, tomorrow. That's the Lightning try to do their best. We come at you though with this game already in action. 5-0, the Lightning lead. It is the top of the first as another hit from Natalia comes out and she gets to first base. Second tournament of the season after a weekend off. They had a tournament last weekend. That was the only action. We expect some weather this morning, some rain in the area all morning long, and it should ease up by the time the Lightning take on their second game of the day today. But just such a cool place. You know, you can see planes just right next door. We drove in and they were all around. And so we get to Lauren Bukes, who's up, and Natalia sleeks her way to second base. The Lightning put up 5 runs early, which was a pretty impressive feat. No Parker for today. He is expected back tomorrow, hopefully, for a few games. But of course, we never know. Coach Matt on third, Coach Bukes on first. I went a little late this morning because of the commute in. Kittredge on deck as we're working through the lineup. What's interesting is the Lightning 14 blue over here, 14 gray over on the left-hand side. Both Lightning competing this weekend at this tournament. Natalia on second, Lauren on first. It's the first inning. Early morning too, 8 a.m. As this time it's a hit to first, and that is a out on first base. Gets you to third though. That's where McKenna steps in. Lightning scheduled for 3 this Saturday. We'll bring them all to you. This one and then one at 11:30. Followed by another one at 3 o'clock. The rain is supposed to clear out by noontime. Just slight sprinkles right now. Nothing really impacting the play. It's been dry these last few days, so hopefully it will stay that way. A little change up there. McKenna swings at it. 2 outs. A 5-0 game. McKenna looks at a strike. Interesting to see how the Lightning adapt after Sunday's disappointment in Tewksbury. We'll pick that up when we get back. It's 5-0, an early Lightning lead here from Warwick, Rhode Island. When we come back, we'll meet this Lightning team. All right, 6-0 as the Lightning get set. And let's take a look at our starting pitchers, brought to you by Colony Liquors. It's Peyton, who will get to start it up. She started up last Friday as well, led the team to a victory, and she'll do the same this morning. First one up for them, and hopes to get this team continuing to roll. They're up by 6 right now. That's This 8 a.m. hour, we said it a lot. We'll take a look at the positions in a moment after the East Coast Metal Roofing first pitch flies away. And we'll see how the lineup shifts each and every week, each and every day, how things may or may not change. Coach, last weekend making some moves, he's trying to figure out what fits, what flows. As the first pitch is down low for a ball. One ball, no strikes with nobody on as we get set. Let's take a look at the Central Mass Lightning for this 2025 season.
I'm Addison Simpson, number 36, and I'm from Southbridge, Massachusetts.
Peyton Zaidama, number 13, Auburn, Massachusetts.
I'm Mia Benoit, number 9, and I'm from Paxton, Massachusetts.
Lauren Dukes, 23, Charlton, Massachusetts.
Hi, my name is Selena Peel, and I'm number 53, and I'm from Charlton, Massachusetts.
Hi, I'm Gumbo Joe. I'm number 12, and I live in Dudley, Massachusetts.
McKenna Kittredge, number 2, Auburn, Massachusetts.
Sam Breda, number 7, Sturbridge, Massachusetts.
Kendall Boyden, number 1, Fisto, Massachusetts.
Grace Dunn, number 11, Sturbridge, Massachusetts.
Natalia Janandrea Mustin, number 0, from Wales, Massachusetts.
I'm Bella Coughlin, number 43, and I live in Oxford, Massachusetts.
As a strike is thrown, let's take a look at where everyone's positioned here on this Saturday morning. We'll see how things shape up, but McKenna Kittredge will take it on first base. Over on second is Gwen Bedreau. So the runner gets to second. And on shortstop, Grace Dunn, Sam Brenneth playing on third. Then we look at the outfield, Natalia over in left, Addison in center, Kendall in right, Bella is catching, Peyton is pitching. Runner on second here, no outs. It was so interesting, we talked about it a lot last weekend with Parker, we were expecting rain last weekend, and we talked about how the players may or may not adapt to that, if they'll be able to really, and who does it mostly affect? And we kind of all came to the conclusion that the pitchers are the most impacted by the weather. Not usually the batters, really just the pitchers, because they have to deal with the wet ball. They have to deal with things either going right or going wrong for them while they're in the middle of their pitching. And it's really interesting when you look at, how different pitchers adapt. They have a wet ball, they have, sometimes they like different balls, sometimes they like to clean them off. And, so here comes Peyton. She takes a minute as it looks like there is an attempt to clean off third base. And it looks like some dirt is in that base path that they're just trying to get off. So that's why we're in a delay right now. Let's bring in the second member of our team for today. He'll be the third tomorrow. But Carl, big upgrade for you. What can you tell us this morning? Well, I can tell you that so far the weather's shaping up slightly better. We were talking about it a lot this week. There was hopes that we would be even being able to play. The forecast looked very dreary. It's the 13th straight Saturday with rain in the New England area, particularly Massachusetts. It's not a brilliant stat that everyone wants to see, but it's one that they've had to, and the Lightning will have to adapt this weekend. Yes, they will. 13 straight Saturdays with rain, and that will happen again today. As we're just in a little delay as they repair parts to the field, the infield comes in to talk. Gotta say, 13 too many Saturdays with rain. Mondays 70, Tuesdays warm, Thursdays warm, Wednesdays warm, Fridays like okay, and then here comes the weekend and the weather is just absolutely awful. That seems to be the trend lately, and hopefully tomorrow will be a nicer day than today is shaping up to be, but it's supposed to be light rain. Here's a hit that finds the gap right through short. Addison scoops, a runner is in. Now 6-1. The Lightning lead with an RBI here with no outs in the first inning. Payne pitched one game last weekend. That was that Friday night as a bunt gets squared. She won that one as the starter. That was the one the Lightning almost gave away. It came very close to giving away. And we saw Addison on that one game on Saturday. Remember that tournament in Tewksbury shortened, and they went to play on Sunday, a cold morning, the Lightning up by so many, and then all of a sudden drop the game, and the changeup is a swing and a miss. And that's the first strikeout today for Peyton. That's a beautiful change. Two strikes. Foul ball. And they got one back. And strike three, looking at that one. 2 outs now, both on strikeouts. And chair went flying. Umbrella's not great. I'll just say that. And we're going to need it to be great. Still a runner on first, 2 outs. In the bottom of the first inning. And that sound is one you'll hear all day. Planes taking off and heading to their destinations, that time Breeze Airlines. Hopefully somewhere a little warmer for those passengers. Strike three, and that time it comes on a third strikeout. So 1, 2, 3 for Peyton after a little dicey start to the inning. It's 6-1 as we roll to the second. Mia Benoit gets us going here in the top of the second inning. Lightning, the away team to start this one. Lots of fields, lots of action going around in this 14U weekend. Interesting to see how this weekend goes, and I've only had time for brief conversations with Coach Matt, and I'll tell you, he didn't want to give up a lot of information though those conversations this week. I think he didn't like our broadcast jinx from last weekend. We talked about how there was a chance that they were going to get out of this and they were going to head to the next round of competition, and they did not. So maybe that was a little broadcast jinx on our part, but they were, Coach didn't want to reveal too much information, but I will tell you that he did say that he didn't mind the matchup for pool play. It's about as much as he gave up. Here's a hit. That gets right through for Mia Benoit. As it sneaks over to the center fielder, she gets a nice single to kick off the second inning. And Mia takes off on a steal, and she will be safe. Get a nice little slide there. After Mia comes Gwen Bedreau. Hits this one over to third. The scoop, she's hauling her way to first. She's safe after the overthrow. Now she's on her way to 2. She's an RBI hitter as she's whipping her way to third. She's there. Gwen Bedreau. Seems even a little upset as she gets her way over to third talking to coach. But that was a valiant effort after the hit to the third baseman. She made the third base hitter think about it as she was rolling to first. Then there was an overthrow and she kept ripping to third. It scores an RBI for the team on the error. As Peyton takes a swing at that one. Slightly different, I believe, in the lineup this weekend. But the same idea. As it's a pass ball, here comes Gwen. She's up and safe. 7-1. On deck is Grace Dunn. As we draw our attention to the batter's box, the bases have been emptied. It's 7-1. As this first one goes high. Still Peyton up. Now she will take her base. Kind of leaving Coach Bukes hanging there. He's got both hands out for a high five, and she kind of gave him a little, no. Here comes Grace. Bella Coughlin will take her spot outside the dugout, waiting to come up. There's no outs with that runner on first. Here's Grace Dunn. This one is low. They throw it over. Peyton gets to second base. Now, Grace had some very important hits on the last weekend's tournament, and towards the end of the weekend, though, we saw she was the unfortunate one that had to head up to the batting box with 2 outs. One of 2 things can happen when you step up in that spot, and it was 2 outs for her. Fortunately, it got caught looking at the third, and that sent them home for the weekend. Runner sneaks her way over to third. Catcher able to hold Peyton on third for a second. As Grace works the count, I mean, that was a tough strike 3 that last weekend for Grace. I mean, just what could you do? The umpire called one that was low and outside. You could hear it in Parker's voice when they made that call. It's very unfortunate for her. As this one heads up high, and now she'll walk her way to first as well. And we'll roll her way to second. Gets 2 in scoring position. And Grace, such a solid player over in short. Lots of talented players, and she's one of the ones that has been added this season. I'm so excited to see what this team can do. So 2 on, still no outs. Already 2 runs scored in this game. Hit it at the high one, Bella did. You see her look right back at the dugout. Selena retrieves, she's on deck. How about Bella Coughlin and her hitting, her fielding. We watched her last season here during our coverage, and the lefty batter can hit some bombs. And here's one that will get to short. Score 1 run, scoring another as they come in, as Bella's running to second. She's safe, and to get there, it's now 9 runs have been scored in this game after a double RBI for Coughlin. Now up Selena Peel, wearing number 53. And the umpire said something. Not quite sure what it was. Took his mask off when he said it. Selena swings at the first. And here comes Bella, gets to third. The Lightning really on their toes out on the field, running bases. Keeping the other team thinking. As Selena takes a look at strike 2. And 2 strikes on. It'll be interesting to hear from them after the game about what it was like with this type of pitching. Obviously slower than what they saw to end the weekend 2 weekends ago. That last tournament. Selena hits one and it bounces off the shortstop's glove as Bean is rolling to second. Finally, the left fielder able to scoop up the ball. Selena with a double. The camera operator's working kind of one-handed here, so let's give us a break. Gotta hold the umbrella as well. Still no outs. And that's a ball. Selena's the only one left on second. Sam is up now, and Sam hit almost anything that came at her in Tewksbury. She hit another one when we first arrived here at the field. And Selena takes off on the high-flying pitch and gets to third. And that was, of course, ball 4 for Sam, so she also gets the second. The Lightning really working hard out there with the base running. We're only in the second inning right now. 10-2. 10-1. No scoreboard here, so I have to look. 11-1. Excuse me. 11-1. Selena scores the 12th. Well, we thank you for tuning in this weekend to watch your favorite youth softball organization compete. They bring you through the highs and the lows, that's for sure. And there'll be hopefully more highs than lows this weekend. Such a cool venue though. It's something very unique about these softball fields. Soccer fields here as well is just the aspect of the airport literally right next door. You can see planes taking off. You can see planes being loaded and unloaded. UPS, FedEx right here on the ground. Every field has their own unique quirks, but this one is very unique as Sam takes off to home. She's safe. 12-1 now. Or 13-1 now. 13-1 now. And nobody on. Our Central Mass Lightning contributor, Mackenzie Simpson, she might join us later today, but she was talking about being on this field. She says it can be loud at times. And that's an out on second. Coach maybe starting to try a few plays. That was a risky move. But got her out on second, that was the right call. And maybe coach just saying, let's try some things here. As the ball is in play, gets over to short. They'll roll the first. Addison's out. Here comes Natalia. She hit one right to short, right through that hole, and short and second last time. So far, a 14-minute inning. Team had 2 scrimmages this week. Pretty busy week. They did a lot and started this weekend. As another ball in play, gets the first. She's safe. Natalia able to run it out, and on the transition, she gets there. As just saying that, 2 scrimmages this weekend. The one on Thursday, team got a loss. Excuse me, that was Wednesday. And the one on Saturday, also a loss. Talia's on second. Such a busy week. Lots of thought in the games played. But they were top-notch competition. And maybe the worry is, can the Lightning withstand some of that top-notch competition? After losing those 2 games earlier this week, those scrimmages, Talia's on third now, as Bukes is up. As we're making our way through the lineup, that's too low of a pitch. foul ball. Get the runner to first. That's Lauren Bukes. Lightning maybe a little 2-out roll rally here. The game started just a tad early. Here's McKenna. It's a ball. This one over to the pitcher to first, and that will do it for this inning. The Lightning strike a lot of runs. They get a big lead. Can they defend it here? The 17-minute inning concludes. We'll be right back. Well, the coordinates of that Southwest Bowen jet are unknown for sure. We don't know where they're heading. We can check the flight app, but we just don't know where they're heading. But you know, the coordinates for the Lightning are known, where they would like to finish their weekend, and that is on top. They would like to finish this weekend with a championship, as they did last weekend. But the question is, will they reach that final destination, or will they have to be diverted to a lower place seed? That's going to be the important question this entire weekend as we dissect their game of play. You know, last weekend they had a chance. They could not get it done. This weekend, could they get it done? Can they have more success this weekend? Sam on her way to Bukes, and that gets that out. Lauren is on first. Gwen is playing second. Selena takes over at shortstop. Sam still on third. The outfielders all remain the same as well. Maybe not. No, they look the same to me. That might be Mia over in left now. That might be the only change there. As Peyton still pitching. This is only her second time out. The Lightning with a big lead, 13-1. It's the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss. It's the first batter of this inning. As Peyton gets this one down low, and will walk the first batter of the inning. Gets that one to first base. No outs. That runner on first base. Here's Peyton again. This time the throw to second. She's safe. Gets under the tag. That's another change over there on second. Still Gwen. Remember, Peyton and Gwen will switch off. Every time Peyton's pitching, Gwen will be over on second base, usually. And Peyton will usually take that position back when she's not pitching, and Gwen sometimes will switch off with her as well, depending on what's going on. You know, it's just so hard to predict this lineup. It's so hard to predict what is going on.
What time are the 12 playing? We got 11:30 and 3, I think. So who knows? I mean, if.
Payton's now got a runner on second. 8:50. Not entirely sure what the run limit is. It's 1 out with 2 strikes. Remember, she let up a run last time, and then she went 1, 2, 3 for strikeouts. That inning seems a long time ago, but it was not. Foul ball. This one popped up. Here's the play for Sam. A good attempt. Selena's zigzagging for it. Throws it home. Here's the tag. She's out. That was a brilliant way to stick with the play. It started with Sam charging for it. Couldn't quite get it. That would have been a great catch. Selena's right back to it. Notice the run to home. Throws to home. And the tag was right there. Here's a strike, 2 outs. Another strike. Strike 3, and that will do it after the drop third tag is applied. So 13-1. Well, I feel like we started with Mia Benoit in the last inning as well, and once again we do start with her. She get us going here at the top of the third. This game that the Lightning look like they will win. Question is how early. Maybe there could be a comeback, but it doesn't look too likely right now. I've been told not to jinx the team, so I'm trying my best here. 1-1 is the count. He goes outside. And that's ball 4. Mia will get to first base. Both Lightning teams here this weekend. You'll see a lot of blue here in Warwick. As I mentioned before, once in a while I'll take a glance over at the one right next door here. Taking off is Mia, and she'll get the second. Here's a hit. That's gonna drop. Now here comes Mia. It's a single for Gwen. Now she takes off. Mia's there. Gwen's on third. Gwen is gonna hold. That's the second time today for Boudreau. Getting all the way to third like that. And their second time doing that in this game. pass ball, here comes Gwen. She's safe. Another run scores for the Lightning as another Lightning runner walks to first. This time it's Peyton, and she does have a towel. She's pitching right now. Bell on deck as Payne takes off. Gets the second. It was a Mercy victory last weekend for CML. And so Peyton on second base.
I knew it. I could see it, I just couldn't get in.
Rain really not a factor right now. Hopefully it stays that way. That would be nice for everyone, I'm sure. As this pitch produces a hit, that's gonna drop. Now here comes Peyton. It's a single for Grace. She's safe at home, and Dunn gets to second. Another hit, and the first baseman has trouble. She gets the support. It's a well-executed play, but it is an RBI. You gotta like how the second baseman came in for support, and the first baseman had trouble, but it's an RBI. More runs for CML. Here's Bean. Bean with a nice rip. That's gonna drop as well. As Bella makes her way to second. Now here comes Coughlin on her way to third. The throw down, she is out. She tried to hop out of the way. Can't quite do that, so she gets out on home. She could have came back to third and caused a little bit of a pickle. Another hit to first is an out. It's 3, I believe. Well, it's only 2, I guess. Here's Grace. No, that's not Grace. That is Kendall. I saw the 1 from all the way over here. I thought it was the double ones, the 11. Kendall Boyven gets a dribbler to third. She's out first quite easily. That speed can be deadly as she gets there. And now Addison got out on first her last time up. Low pitch, pass ball. Here's That was a good play. And Addison very about that one. We'll be right back. All right, first pitch has been thrown. It was a ball. We're in the third inning right now. Usually it's 15 runs after the third. Will be the end of a game. Right now the score is 18-1. So if the Lightning simply wrap this one up here, should be over. Nine o'clock here. And it's a walk. It's been a long game for only 3 innings. Hit up high, charging for it is Addison. She snags it in center, throws back to first. She's safe. Little teammate trash talking going on in the outfield right now. I don't know if our cameras are picking that up. Strike. Runner on first, one out. Here is a, oh, what a play by Natalia to get there. Somehow she's safe. Let's take a slow motion to that. We have the energy while editing. I have a feeling I probably won't, but hey, who knows? Foul ball. Foul ball. Second and first, no outs. No, one out. Addison's catch, the one out. The next two teams waiting to get on here, warming up. That one goes high. 11:30, I believe, we're on for our next game here on this Saturday. Hopefully the weather will look better than it does now. Just cloudy and dreary. Seems like it's going to be the trend of these next few Saturdays. Throws back to first. Lauren is down trying to grab it. That's a ball. 2 outs. This is a dribbler, played fair, and she got it at the baseline, so she's out, and that's 3. I'm hoping this does it. 18-1, umpire coming over to talk about it. It's after the 3rd inning. And they will line this one up. Lightning win this one 18-1, their first win of the tournament here in Warwick, Rhode Island. It's time for our stars of the game, and there's 2 of them for this game. Our number 1 star, Gwen Bedreau, came up twice to hit, crushed to 3rd base each time, and right before her was Mia Benoit. She came up to start each inning, and she crushed them too. Every time, getting on the base by a lot. So that does it for us here this morning. We're back at it at 11. Join us then. I'm Cameron Simpson for an entire crew. Good day from Warwick.